The Coach Woodman Show is brought to you by Little General. The Coach Woodman Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday before Fairmont State football games. All right, Coach, you guys coming off a kind of grinded out win last week against Notre Dame College. Tough place to win there and out there. What did you see from your guys as far as from first snap to last snap last week?
Pretty much the same thing we've been seeing, for the last 6 weeks. Just the determination and work and to grind it out and play for each other, and they did it. And we never really felt like we were, nervous about the game or in a position where we were kind of didn't have it under control somewhat. They made a few plays early on in the game, but we kind of expected them to make some plays offensively, and our guys kept playing, and when we got down to the end and needed plays, we made it on both sides of the ball. We were able to pull one out against a team who's playing really good right now.
Sure. Early on in the season, I think, just from what I've seen, it seems like the run game kind of stalls off a little bit in the second half. Was it kind of encouraging to see Austin White kind of pick it up there, especially in the fourth quarter against Notre Dame last week?
Well, yeah, it's encouraging anytime you see your guys pick it up, especially when the game's on the line. And I think we made some good adjustments at halftime up front. They were doing some things to us different schematically we weren't really ready for early on, and we made some adjustments with our offensive line, and everybody started playing a little bit better, and we put them in a better position to be successful, and they made plays when they had to.
Coming into this season, I think the biggest question mark might have been the offensive line. Going towards the end of the season now, it's kind of one of your all strong points, and you've really been leaning on that on offense. I mean, how have you seen those guys improve from the first week of camp until now?
Well, they keep getting better each week. They coming in, it was more of getting them reps together and getting them to kind of gel together and learn each other. And we had a few injuries early on that kind of kept that from happening as well. And finally, they're all starting to play together with consistency and getting a lot of reps. But Coach Slice does a great job with those guys, and those guys are starting to buy in. The young kids, the new guys here, are starting to kind of figure it out and buy into what we've been wanting to do. And we've gotten good leadership from Garrett Stanley up front as well. He's going to play his last game tomorrow night, or at home anyways. And those guys just keep growing together and keep working hard, and it's been encouraging. It's been a lot of fun to see those guys get better.
Obviously, everyone knows who's coming into town. I mean, Shepherd, they're nationally ranked, top of the region. What are you telling your guys as far as not to give up already going into a game like this?
We don't give up. Every game we expect to win. We don't ever go into it thinking that we're going to lose, or that thought's never crossed our mind, to be honest with you. We know that they're talented and they're good and they play hard, and we've just got to match it and execute. Teams that have success against them are able to win in the fourth quarter whenever you can hang around long enough to grind it out with them. So that's what we go into it expecting. We expected a good physical football game that is going to be a lot of fun to watch, and going to come down to who has the ball last and who can make plays.
Is it kind of a little bit of extra motivation for these seniors to go out on a Thursday night playing against a top team like Shepherd and with a chance to knock them off? I mean, that would make for a pretty memorable senior night for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. We haven't talked about it a lot yet. We've been more focused on getting better every day and preparing every day, but I'm sure it's looming in the back of some of these guys' minds that it'll be the last time they walk out and do Duval Rougier, and it should be a lot of fun to watch those guys go out and play, and hopefully we can put it together and send them out with a victory.
Sure. When people talk about this Shepherd team, of course their offense is pretty efficient, but the defense is one thing people bring up a lot. What do you think your offense has to do to be able to move the ball on a team like Shepherd?
Well, you just got to execute. I think that a lot of people let them put pressure on them just because of the scheme they play. They're an 8-man front, and I just think you got to go out and you got to play hard and you got to execute. For what they take away in the run, sometimes they'll give up in the pass, and vice versa. They're going to give up stuff in the run and to take stuff away in the pass. So you just got to go out and play, and you got to be willing to grind it out and just get the dirty work done inside and on the line, and just give what they take what they give you and just keep playing.
Is there kind of one key stat that you guys are looking to win against Shepherd as far as a key to the game, or?
No, not really. I think special teams are going to be big. They're very, very good on special teams. Always are. They always have one or two return guys that can score every time. So that's going to be key for us as well. But not any stat. Probably more important than the other. We're just going to go out and play.
The Coach Woodman Show is brought to you by Little General. The Coach Woodman Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday before Fairmont State football games.